Welcome to this YouTube channel. Before we proceed with this video, I found this video online and I want you guys to watch it with me.
As a forex trader, why will you enter a trade? Then when price is already moving to your direction, you will now modify your stop loss to break even. Are you okay?
If in 2025 you are still listening to advice like this, that is one of the reasons most of you will remain unprofitable, right? Now, is there anything wrong with this kind of advice? Yes, a lot of things wrong with it. Reason being that forex market is not always what you think, guys. In normal mathematics, 1 plus 1 can be 2, right? That is when you're talking about logic or math or anything. But in forex market, 1 plus 1 is not always 2. It's not everything you see that works for you today that will work for you tomorrow, right? So the priority of a forex trader should be capital protection. Is the advice a good one? Is it something that a newbie should stick to? Well, I'm not going to condemn the advice totally, right? I'm not going to say that this advice is a bad one or is a good one, but you need to understand that once you are talking about trading, people have different approach to the market, right? There's no one flat advice you can say it is good for you to always break even or it's not good for you to break even. Now you need to have a system that works, that used to extract money from the market. Now it is you that will determine whether it is good for your system or not. For example, if for example now you are trading, maybe your strategy is just 1:2, right? You're targeting 1:2. Probably you are using 20 pips stop loss and you're targeting 50 pips take profit. Now most of this that will be around 1:2.5 or 1:2, right? Now most pairs like GBP, USD, most USD based pairs, right? They always move 50 pips before they turn around. Okay. Now if you are doing that, it makes sense for you to just enter a trade, hold it to take profit before you exit, right? It doesn't really make sense for you to keep adjusting your stop losses or all of that, right? But guys, there's something I need to explain to you guys, right? Especially if you're a newbie in this industry. There's trade analysis, right? And there is trade execution, and then there is trade management. A lot of newbie are only interested in trade analysis and trade execution. That is where they end. They don't understand that after that there's another third part of it, which is trade management. Okay, the moment trade execution is what you do before you go into a trade. Trade analysis is what you do before you get to a trade. Everything you do before getting to a trade, right? Your fundamentals, your technicals, all of that, you do that before getting to a trade. That is trade analysis. Then trade execution is by the moment you start pressing buy and sell. Once you press the buy and sell, that is trade execution. Then trade management is what you do after you have the market has started going into your direction, right? For example, if you are doing 1:3, 1:4, 1:5, like cause I always do that, it will be madness, right, for you to allow a trade to get to 1:3 and return to your stop loss. That is pure madness, right? I don't expect you, a trade that have gotten to 1:3, you still allow it to take you out. What you are doing is that you are leaving money on the table and it's going to prolong your profitability. No profitable trader does that. Go and check in the industry. A profitable trader will not allow your trade to get to 1:3, 1:4, probably you're targeting 1:5, and the trade gets to 1:4.5, and then you leave it. The market went all back to your to your stop loss because of the remaining half you could not get. Look, you need to understand something. This market does not belong to you. It does not belong to your father. So no matter how good your strategy is, it can always fail you. That's why I told you from the beginning that 1 plus 1 is not always 2 in the forex market. 1 plus 1 can give you 10 tomorrow in this forex industry, because the market is not always certain to play out as you have hoped. So what do? You should have a strategy that will always protect your capital, right? For example, I have a lot of, for example, in this week, as we go, I'm going to break it down as we go, as we proceed in this video. I'm going to show you some trades that I took this week, right? That it is the break even that helped me, that my account is still standing this week, because a lot of things happened this week. A lot of manipulation happened in the gold market this week, right? So it is always important that you have a strategy that help you protect your capital. Once your market move 1:3, I don't expect that market to take you out in a stop loss. You should either break even, or you take partial profit, or you reduce your stop loss. That is called trade management. You don't tell me that you are targeting 1:5, you enter a trade. I used to have that kind of belief, but as I grow in the industry, all those kind of beliefs start dying down, right? Once you execute a trade and you're targeting 1:5, if you're targeting 1:1, maybe you don't need to move your stop loss. If you're targeting 1:2, maybe. But by the time you start targeting 1:3, 1:4, 1:5, it become important. It's inevitable. You have to either take it. Once your trade moves to 1:4, 1:3, you move your stop loss to around maybe 1:1 or 1:half. Let it be that you have protected your capital, because by the end of the day, capital preservation is king. A lot of you do not understand that if by the end of the year you are able to, let me say you deposit $100,000 in January, right, and by the end of the year you that $100,000 you still have it, you do not make any profit, right? You still have that $100,000 by the end of the year. That means you are a profitable trader. A lot of you are not even aware of this. You think it's when you flip it before you know you're profitable. It's a lie. For the fact that you're able to enter the market, come out of the market, and your capital is still there, it means that time is coming that capital will definitely grow. Once you have a strategy that can be preserve capital, what it means is that eventually your capital will grow. It will definitely happen. So do not listen to this kind of advice that you don't manage your trade. No, what we call that is trade management, and then you have to refine it to suit your strategy. For example, there was a time I realized that I break even too early, right? The market will just come in, tap me out, and go to my take profit. What do? I'm not saying I'm going to trade that away. No, what I do is I'm now waiting for the market to get at least 1:2 before I start breaking even. Right? So now this is what you do according to your system. You are adjusting. Now that aside, let's talk about our prop account. Right? So my prop account that we're trading. Remember, we joined the challenge last week. Okay, and the last week we were able to take it by Monday. We take the challenge account to maybe 8%, right? To 8-9% or thereabout. But according as the losing streak started coming in this week, I had a lot of losing streak. We lost almost, I think, 6% of the account. Now it's now remaining just 2%. Okay, and then same thing with our we finally got a new $5,000 account by Monday of this week. Right, we traded it for the week, and as I'm talking to you right now, the account is remaining just 1% to go because of a lot of manipulation that happened this week, right? But thank God for the last Friday trade, because the last trade on Friday that came through for me, guys. That trade, as you can see on your screen, currently running right now, it has taken my account to at least it has recovered more than at least 3% right now. So my account is starting at it has recovered 3%. No, the total drawdown is supposed to be like 8%, right? So guys, with this trade, currently it is on a resistance. As you can see, this is the chart on your screen right now. It's on the trend line resistance level, and I'm expecting it to break through that trend line and then shoot massively by next week. So I'm expecting a massive push up of gold next week. Gold should create a new high in the coming week, right? So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to ride it from this current position I'm holding, right? And this trade, guys, this was when I entered it, and this is the current position. I posted it on my channel, my new channel I created on Telegram. I just post my trades, especially the profitable ones, right? If you want to see how I trade and maybe you want to join some of my trade, whenever I enter some good positions like this, I post them on Telegram. You can decide to trade, to follow the signal, or you can decide to just see how I do my things. I post the chart so that you can also see my analysis and then learn one or two from them. Because me, sometimes by looking some chart of some people, I can learn. I don't need you to explain anything to me. Just looking at your chart, I can learn one or two from it, right? So that is why whenever I post whenever I take a setup like this, I post the chart on my Telegram channel. So guys, the link is going to be on the description if you want to join and see what I'm doing right there. All right. So guys, this is how far I've gone with the account this week. The account is currently on the equity, right? The balance is around 1%, 1.5%. But the equity, as you can see right now, I'm already running 3% in profit. So I'm targeting 1:10 with this trade, guys. I'm targeting 1:10. Currently, as you can see, I have moved my take profit to, yeah, if there's a place you see that purple line you are seeing on the screen right now on that chart, I've moved my take profit to that place. So I'm expecting the market to either go straight to my take profit or come back and take me out as 1:1. So if this market reverses by next week, just know that it has taken me out from 1:1, right? But if it breaks through this current resistance, it will give me my profit of 1:10, right? So that I can pull out of this drawdown and then start going, trying to see if I can probably pass this phase 1, then go to the phase 2. Okay, so that is it for my prop account, and that is it for the challenge phases. So guys, I hope that you have learned one or two in this video. Please guys, support this channel, like our videos, and please share. Let it get to as many people that will be needing this kind of video. Thank you guys for sticking to the end of this. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.